I've got two sillier show-inspired questions to start with here, though. Do you make your bed? Do you not make your bed? Or is it a chaotic mixture of the two?
I make my bed every day.
Mine is a chaotic mixture of the two. I'll go weeks of like doing it every day perfectly, and then there'll be times where it doesn't happen. But it hurts my soul because I love a made bed and coming home to a made bed, but sometimes I just don't get around to doing it.
I never realized how much that approach stresses me out until I watch the show, but it does. Yeah. All right, second one here. I want you to tell me about your best birthday.
When I turned 21 and we were shooting The Wild season 1, and we went to Waiheke Island and went to beautiful wineries, and it was the most perfect weather. It was perfect, beautiful, so amazing.
That actually was one of my favorite birthdays. It wasn't my birthday, but that was like,
but yeah.
I think one of my favorite birthdays is probably recently, my 23rd. I'm counting now. My 23rd, when Erina and I went to Hayman Island. That's it, right? Hamilton Island?
Hamilton
Island. When Hamilton Island had like a helicopter over the beach. Erina organized this whole thing. It's like this birthday surprise. It was very romantic and very luxurious. And I'd never done anything like that before. So it was just lots of laughs. It was, funny as.
That sounds absolutely lovely. All right. I'm very eager to dig into spoilers, but before we get there, first for both of you here. So obviously in season 2, we see your characters learning from the experience they had in season 1 in order to survive. But what about you two as actors? Is there anything, you learned while filming season 1 that you were able to apply to your work in season 2 that made things like, filming more physical moments or on location bits a little easier, kind of like a tip or trick?
Totally. I mean, I don't even know if there's anything concrete, but just like, I don't know, waking up so early with the long drives and the long days, like, I don't know, just kind of managing energy levels. Like I felt like I was going in, it was like my first season at the sport, and then we came back for season 2 and I was like, oh yeah, no, like I've been around the block a little bit. I know how to like manage myself and my energy.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that. That's so true.
I'm going to do it. I'm putting up the spoiler warning. Let's get into some specific scenes here. The first one I wanted to focus on was the I love you moment, because like, I feel like we do see many, I guess I have to say cliche representations of the someone says it and then someone doesn't moment. But this to me feels so true to these two characters and their experience. So I guess first for you, Mia, what was kind of, the driving force that made you playing that moment feel like that was the right time for her to, I guess, in a sense, let it slip?
Yeah. So I think, at the beginning of season 2, we see Shelby as the happiest we've ever seen her. And in that scene, specifically that scene, and the reason why she felt like she needed to say it in that moment was because it was this beautiful, like kind of juvenile day they were having, just chasing each other and kissing and laughing. And it felt so pure. And I think that is the closest to heaven that Shelby has ever felt and been. So I think that was the perfect moment for her to kind of come out with that. But yeah.
My damn heart. All right. So I want to toss it to you, because like Tony's reaction, again, it's like, I feel like usually we get moments like that where someone just like flat out doesn't say it, but it's not quite like that. It feels like she does receive it honestly. She just doesn't say it back. So what was it like, I guess, crafting that reaction in a way that felt right and true to her?
I mean, it was just it's so heartbreaking. I think in terms of crafting it, like, these two are just sort of thrown into this journey and they're just like loving being together. And then I feel like this really catches her off guard. And then sort of the trigger comes back for her around that word love. And it was so heartbreaking going on that journey with her of not feeling deserving of love, but also so rewarding for me as an actor, being able to find a way to get Tony into a place where she does feel deserving of Shelby's love. And it made it all the more rewarding.
The show does a very good job with character arcs in that respect, and it's a big part of the reason why I love it so much. All right, I'm going back to you now, Mia, for the hair cutting scene. So we kind of like dug into the movie magic required for the bald cap last time. So what is the movie magic necessary in order to, cut your hair during filming? But I guess also I'm kind of leaning into the idea of like we see hair cutting scenes done so often that it does feel a little bit cliche. But again, that is a moment where like it felt very true to her. So what was it about what she had just been through that made her kind of, show those feelings in that particular way versus anything else she could have done on the island?
Yeah, it's kind of it's interesting. It feels for me very similar to kind of like self-harm for Shelby, because she's destructing that image. She's literally chopping away and letting things fall out of her. It's interesting because shame and guilt follow Shelby a lot, and she feels those emotions a lot, and she feels tortured by those things a lot. And even when we see, Shelby and Tony together, and we see her like letting go and giving in to her queerness and her life and her partner, and it's beautiful. And then when it creeps up in another way, it pops itself up, and she feels it really deeply. And the only way she feels she can like escape from that is literally escaping from who she is. And a lot of who she is has so much to do with her hair, because with the whole pageant lifestyle back at home, so much of that is about having this perfect hair. And to see her feel like she needs to literally chop that all off to feel like she's been punished is just so sad to me. It's so sad. But I'm hoping that we turn around and we see her rocking it, if we do a season 3 or whatever in the future for Shelby.
I'm rooting for it. I believe. So, all right, with that in mind, just to make some, I guess, playful predictions here. So now that we know that the two ensembles are coming together, for each of you, which member of the Twilight of Adam experiment do you think that your character would benefit most from if they got the opportunity to spend time with them and learn more from them?
I would probably say Ivan for Shelby, someone who's really like just another queer person that she can have in her corner, that probably she could have those conversations with potentially and feel like there's more of her and other people and in other genders and sexual expressions. I think that would be comforting for her to meet more people that are similar to her.
I mean, I think Tony could learn a lot from somebody like Bo. I feel like she would learn a lot from somebody who clearly feels things really deeply and has a really open heart and is really grounded. And I think and maybe I don't know what he'd learn from Tony. She's a bit of a firecracker, but but possibly Bo.
I love these ideas. I'm happy I asked the question. We're manifesting them. I need more. Yeah. I feel so greedy. I just got to binge all of season 2 and now I already want more. Huge congratulations. It is excellent yet again.
Thank you so much.
It's good to see you.